Well, he needed something to redeem himself from Iron Man 3, am I right? Anyway, hey there guys, what's up? It is Autobot Mike 18 here, back with another movie review. Guys, I do not hate Iron Man 3, okay? It wasn't as good as the others. Anyway, guys, I have a new review for you today. I saw two movies this past weekend. I saw them actually back-to-back at a double feature. And I didn't get a chance to review one of them because it was a brand new release when it just came out. And, of course, that one I'm going to be talking about today is for The Nice Guys. That's right, guys. I just saw Shane Black's The Nice Guys this weekend. I also finally got around to seeing, have the other poster right here, The Jungle Book, which has been out for over a month. I'll be posting that review shortly. But now let's talk about The Nice Guys, which just came out. A lot of people were really raving about this one. And me, I was like, meh. You know, I won't, like freak out if I don't get to see this movie, you know what I mean? Like, I wasn't blown away or sold by any of the trailers for the most part for this movie. I was like, okay, that looks cool, it looks fun. The world wouldn't end if I didn't get a chance to see it, you know what I mean? So nothing was like making me say, yeah, I want to flock to the theaters to go see this movie. Then the movie's word of mouth started getting really, really good. A lot of people started saying really, really good things about this movie, and hence here I am now here to talk about it. So guys, let's get right to it. Let's get into the premise behind The Nice Guys. The Nice Guys is set in the 1970s, and as I said, directed by Shane Black, and it stars Russell Crowe and Ryan Gosling. Now, Russell Crowe plays this really macho enforcer, and Ryan Gosling plays a bumbling private investigator, and the two of them pair up to uncover the mystery behind this case concerning all of these people who worked on a porno. They're all going missing or they're all dying. This one porn star is dead. This one girl has gone missing. Somebody's house has been burnt up. These guys don't know what to make of this case, but they have to track down leads and find out what's going on and find this missing girl that they're looking for, and things are only going to go downhill from there for them. And there you have it, guys. There is basically the essential premise behind The Nice Guys. Now, as I mentioned, this is set in the 1970s, 1977 in Los Angeles, and so that means this movie is definitely a period piece. And period pieces, they either work for me or they really don't work for me. And I think for the most part, a lot of the recent period pieces that we've gotten, I think have really worked for me in general, and I think it really stems from the story. And if the movie's depicting a period that I didn't grow up in or I wasn't a part of, I might not connect with the movie as much. But I will say this much for The Nice Guys: not having been born in 1977, I totally got a feel for what LA was like, how people were like around that time, you know what I mean? And I totally bought into it, and I was like totally invested into this movie. I actually really had quite a bit amount of fun with The Nice Guys. I enjoyed myself. I think this is a pretty solid, somewhat hysterical, exciting action comedy, and I think that I would definitely recommend a viewing of the movie, especially if you're fans of Shane Black and if you're a fan of Russell Crowe and Ryan Gosling, who easily steal a movie. Before I get into performances in Crowe and Ryan Gosling, Shane Black. I know I talked crap about Iron Man 3 just a few moments ago in the beginning of the video. I don't hate that movie. It's not bad. It's just underwhelming, and it was very underwhelming when I saw it. That, unfortunately, is the only reference I have to Shane Black. I have not seen his other movies. This movie is being called a spiritual successor to Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, which I think Robert Downey Jr. is in. I have not seen that, actually. But a lot of people are just comparing this favorably to Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, saying it's a spiritual sequel, successor, whatever. And I guess that's cool. Haven't seen that one. But The Nice Guys is pretty fun and entertaining. And why is it pretty fun and entertaining? Because Russell Crowe and Ryan Gosling are freaking awesome in this movie. That's right, I said it here. Russell Crowe and Ryan Gosling have amazing chemistry in this movie. They are so likable on screen, and they are both work so well off of each other. Because Russell Crowe is this big, buff, not incredibly buff, but big enforcer guy. He's very strict. He's very by the book. When he wants to get something done, he wants to get something done. And Ryan Gosling's character is this very bumbling, just foolish private eye who's always very laid back and very chill about things. He gets easily persuaded to get drunk at certain events and everything. And he is probably one of the last people you'd want to leave in charge of finding a missing person. Just saying that much. And I really just bought the outrageous, wacky, zany world that Shane Black created for us with this setting and overall setting plot-wise and time-wise. And I really just bought into the fact that Gosling's character was that bumbling. And I swear to you, the funniest moments in this movie, Ryan Gosling has most of them. And they are involving whenever he's screaming, or whenever he's shrieking about something, when he's freaked out. It's the funniest thing I've seen in a theater all year long. I kid you not. I did not think Ryan Gosling had the chops for like a comedy like this. So I was immediately shocked seeing Gosling like in this world and in this like crazy universe that Shane Black created and throws us into. Because I've only been used to Gosling in like serious roles like Drive and Place Beyond the Pines. I haven't seen movies like Crazy Stupid Love or anything like that. I've unfortunately seen him in The Notebook, which is, it's okay. Let's not talk about that movie though. So I'm used to him in those like worlds and those types of movies, so seeing him in a comedy was very refreshing to see that he actually held his own and was incredibly funny, worked incredibly well with Russell Crowe's character, who I also have only seen in serious roles. It was very refreshing to see him in a comedy as well. So I was really, really impressed with what I saw from the two leads. Their chemistry was dazzling. It was perfect. They worked perfectly well with one another, and they were both incredibly funny, with Gosling just the hair above Russell Crowe, stealing almost every single scene he's in. The situations they get themselves into in the movie are downright hilarious, and I couldn't help but laugh. So that's just talking about those two performances. One other performance I was incredibly shocked with from the first scene I was introduced to this character. I was really worried. I was like, oh great, they have a daughter. Gosling's character has a daughter. Great, she's just going to weigh them down. She's going to get captured at one point. Oh, yippee. Goes the complete opposite way. I was not only impressed with this young girl's performance, I don't know her name. Sorry, poster's not going to tell me. I was going to look at the credits. There's no credits on here. I don't know the young girl's name, but the girl who plays Ryan Gosling's daughter in this movie was not only perfectly cast in this movie, but I thought that the writing for that character was incredible. Because I don't remember the last time I saw a child actor in a movie that worked so well and held up so strong on her own in scenes with these two famous lead actors of Russell Crowe and Ryan Gosling, but ended up completely subverting all of my expectations for where this character was going to go. I really, kid you not, I thought this was going to be a train wreck of a character, and I was like, oh boy, where is this going to go? What is this girl going to do? Why do I feel like she's just going to get them in trouble? This is only going to end badly because she's with them. No, it goes the complete opposite direction. She's smart, she's resourceful, she knows her surroundings, she can figure things out incredibly fast. She has good reflexes in one moment in the movie. She's great, and she's playing a 13-year-old kid in this movie, and I thought she did a phenomenal job. Good job, movie, for finally doing something different with child actors. You did a good job. I'll applaud you for that. Yeah, because I'm not always 100% sold on child acting. Anyway, guys, moving on. I think another thing that works incredibly well with The Nice Guys is how good the style of this movie works, and I'm talking in terms of the setting, the production design, and all of like the shooting locations and everything, costumes and everything. This movie absolutely feels like a 1970s film set in LA. It absolutely worked seeing these characters in their costumes, seeing all of the older billboards and everything. I really bought into it. I think that the filmmakers did an incredible job in this department, making me feel like I was in a 1970s film. Not one moment was I thrown out of the movie and said to myself, no, I don't buy anything like this. This is a movie shot in 2016 and they just made it look cool like it was from the 70s. I absolutely felt like this was shot and made in the 1970s, but with really good cameras. And I love how the whole aspect of this movie, in the last act of the movie, centers around film. and how the characters are trying to preserve a specific film, and I'm talking about actual like film, like in a roll, okay, like how they shot movies on film. Like I'm shooting this review digitally. Like I love how that aspect plays incredibly well into the movie and how film is dying, and it's great. But getting back to the fact that this is a period piece, it works incredibly well for me, even though I'm not 100%, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm not educated, and I wasn't, I didn't grow up amongst these times. Seeing them on the screen give me a perfect idea and representation of what it felt to live in the 1970s, and I think that worked incredibly well. I think Shane Black did a great job behind the camera. Again, Iron Man 3 was not a train wreck because of Shane Black's directing in that movie. I thought he did a fine job. I think the real problems with that movie involved the script, the fact that it was so freakishly long, but I'm not talking about Iron Man 3, I'm talking about The Nice Guys. I think that Shane Black did a great job behind the camera. I think that the cinematography in general is really good, and the lighting is also really, really good. And I loved as well the soundtrack in general is just amazing. Very 1970s-ish. I totally bought it. Again, it adds to the feeling that you get from watching this period piece. And then I also think that the movie works so well as a comedy. Because remember, this is a comedy. So overall, I want to laugh in this movie. I want to laugh a lot. And overall, I did. I laughed quite a bit amount, most of which all the jokes worked centering around Ryan Gosling's character. I think that there are some excellently executed sequences in this movie. Say that 3 times real fast. Excellently executed. No, I won't do it. I think that there is an amazing party sequence in this movie that did not stop on the laughs. The way that the movie reveals stuff in comedies is always very important. When a shot holds on something after a character leaves frame and another character comes into frame in a crazy way. I love how this movie handles that in the party scene. I think it was overall really funny and humorous and strong, and it worked very well for me. I think that the last act in general, when the characters are trying to recover something specific at a hotel, I think is really, really hysterical and funny. And I think that those are just the 2 most solid components of the movie, structure-wise, in terms of this movie being a comedy. And I think all that works really well. The plot overall was good. I enjoyed it. My problems with the movie, and which is why I'm not going to give this movie a perfect score or anything, come within the fact that I wasn't 100% invested into some aspects of the story, because in my opinion a lot is going on, and I think whenever you have a lot, when you're juggling a lot of different characters and plot points and you don't see enough of certain characters in a comedy, the movie starts to fall apart a little bit. And that's happened to me in 2 moments. I felt Kim Basinger's character, who comes into the movie late and is only seen in 2 scenes, I think needed more of a presence, because instead of seeing her more than once, characters are only talking about her, so it's just like a lot of information to obtain, and I felt I would have benefited more from having another scene with her or something like that. So moments like that, I do feel that there is a lot going on in this type of plot for a comedy, which has held me down a little bit. And one other thing, I felt overall the story was trying to go in a lot of different directions, and I wasn't really sure where it wanted me to focus in certain directions. So that was one thing that threw me off a little bit. I do feel that they could have trimmed maybe 10 minutes from the movie. I felt it did feel like it got a little too long. I would have cut it down to about 1 hour and 45 minutes. It's probably almost 2 hours now. I would have cut about 10 minutes out of it just to trim it down and make it faster, because comedies always need to be moving. And not every single joke landed for me. I would say a good majority of them did. There were about 2 or 3 just solid ones that made me just chuckle like interminably. And there were about 5 or 6 that I think the director and they wanted us to evoke laughter from us, but they just didn't land for me. So that's what's keeping me from going perfect score with this movie. But in terms of being like a buddy cop action comedy, it worked for me. The action, the choreography and all great, and that department was great. And the laughs that did worked incredibly well for me. Overall, I definitely recommend you check it out for the fact that it's a period piece alone. And for the price of admission, I think definitely it's totally worth it for Gosling and Russell Crowe, who are just amazing and have incredible chemistry in this movie. So there you have it, guys. Those are my thoughts on The Nice Guys. In the end, I'm going to score this movie a solid 9 out of 10 or an A-. I definitely recommend a viewing. I think you guys will enjoy it. If you enjoyed Shane Black's other work, if you enjoyed Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, I'm guessing you're going to enjoy this one as well. So there you have it, guys. Thank you so much for watching my review. If you guys saw The Nice Guys, leave me your thoughts on it down below. And let's talk about the movie, guys. I'd love to hear what you have to say. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.